there anything more mesmerizing than strolling through a field bursting with blooms? What if you could wrap yourself up in a field of flowers and carry that sense of wonder and delight with you throughout the day? Well, friend, today we're going to do just that. I'm going to be doing a tutorial for you on how to crochet our beautiful Vayda shawl by Michelle Ferguson. Vayda means lovely as a flower, and this shawl is just that. It is lovely, it's floaty, it's elegant, and it reminds me of days gone by. It reminds me of afternoon teas, strolling through a meadow just bursting to the brim with lavender, and shopping at cute little shops that you find in a little town nestled in the valley. To make this, you're going to need 3 colors of lace weight yarn. We used our alpaca silk lace weight, which is a gorgeous blend of baby alpaca and silk, so it has a gorgeous sheen to it and a really beautiful drape. The center section reminds me of a beautiful field of flowers and the petals just bursting open and shining for the sun. And this is worked back and forth, and then you pick up stitches all the way around and you work the 2 outer colors and you work those in the round. I'd love to show you how easy it is to crochet this shawl today, and as usual, I'm going to be making a mini version, but to get all the specifics for the real deal, you can download the pattern PDF at expressionfiberarts.com, and we will link to it in the description for you. And while you're there on the site, go ahead and sign up for email updates and you will get most of our new patterns completely free. It's true. Go ahead and grab your hook and some lace weight yarn and let's get started. We're going to start with color A today, and we're going to be working the center section, which consists of rows 1 through 7. Let's go ahead and start with row 1, and I'm going to use a thicker yarn today just so it's a little easier for you to see. I'm going to begin with a smaller version, so I'm just going to start with a chain 28. 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 24, 27, 28. You're going to begin row 1 with a double crochet in the 4th chain from your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and you're going to skip 2 chains and work 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 chains. Skip, skip, double crochet into the next one, and the next one. And we're going to repeat that all the way across. Chain 2, skip 2 chains, skip, skip, and double crochet into each of the next 2 chains. And just repeat that all the way to the end. And here's what row 1 should look like when you're done. Now you're going to go ahead and turn. And to start row 2, you're going to begin with a chain 1. And you're going to work 1 single crochet in the first stitch. Now chain 2 and single crochet in the next chain 2 space. Then chain 3, 2, 3, and single crochet in the next chain 2 space. And you're just going to repeat that across. Chain 3, single crochet in the next chain 2 space. And continue repeating that. Now when you get to the end, you're going to finish by working a single crochet in that last chain 2 space, a chain 2, and then work a single crochet in the 3rd chain from your starting chain 3. And there's row 2. To work row 3, you're going to go ahead and turn and work a chain 3. Next, you're going to work 3 double crochets in the chain 2 space, right here. 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to single crochet into the next chain space right here. Now you're going to work a shell into the next chain space, and that's just 6 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now you're going to work a single crochet in your next chain space. And continue repeating that across your row. Shell, single crochet, shell, single crochet. When you've repeated that all the way across your row and you're down to your final chain 2 space, you're going to work 3 double crochets into that chain 2 space. 1, 2, and 3, and double crochet in the final stitch. There's row 3. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and chain 3 and turn for row 4, and you're going to start by working 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Then chain 2, skip 2 double crochets and work 2 double crochets into the single crochet. 1 and 2. Now you're going to chain 2, skip 2 double crochets and work 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. And we're just going to continue repeating that across our row. Chain 2, 2 double crochets into the next single crochet, chain 2, skip 2 stitches and work 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets into the next single crochet, and you're just going to keep repeating that across your row. When you get to the end, you're going to finish with a chain 2, skip 2 double crochets and work 1 double crochet in that final double crochet and 1 into that final chain 3 on the edge. And here's row 4 for you. Row 5 is super simple. You're just going to turn and repeat row 2. Start with a chain 1 and work 1 single crochet into the first stitch, then a chain 2, single crochet in the next chain 2 space, then you repeat across your row, chain 3, single crochet in the next chain 2 space. When you get to your final chain 2 space, you're just going to go ahead and single crochet into that, work a chain 2, and then single crochet into the 3rd chain of your starting chain. And there you've got row 5. Let's go ahead and move on to row 6. Chain 1 and turn, and let's start with a single crochet into the first stitch. Now skip the next chain 2 space, and you're going to work a shawl into the next chain space. And again, a shawl is just 6 double crochets. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now you're going to repeat across your row, single crochet into the next chain space, and then shell in the next chain space, and repeat that all the way across. You get to the end and you've worked a shell into that final chain space. What you're going to do is skip your final chain 2 space, and you're going to single crochet into the last stitch, and that's going to complete row 6 for you, so you have more beautiful shells. Then you're going to go ahead and turn, and we're going to do the final row for this section. It's a chain 3 and 1 double crochet into the same stitch. Let's go ahead and chain 2 and skip 2 double crochets and work 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 double crochets. Then you'll chain 2, skip 2 double crochets and work 2 double crochets into this next single crochet. And you're going to continue repeating that across your row. Chain 2, skip 2 double crochets, work 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches, chain 2, skip 2, 2 double crochets into the single crochet, 1 and 2, chain 2, skip 2, 2 double crochets in the next 2 stitches, chain 2, and then finish off with 2 double crochets in that final stitch. And there's row 7 for you. Then you're just going to repeat rows 2 through 7 for the length specified in the pattern, or for however long you would like your wrap to be. Moving into the next section, you're going to want to go ahead and drop color A and pick up color B. For simplicity's sake, I'll just stick with the same color. Let's go ahead and work rounds 1 through 5. Now that you've completed this center section, you're going to go ahead and pick up stitches along the edge to work these 2 outer sections. I'm just going to keep it simple today, and this little chain is going to function as my center part of my shawl, so I can just demonstrate these stitches for you along this chain. For round 1, you're going to start with a chain 1, and you're going to actually be picking up single crochets evenly around your shawl as mentioned in the pattern. I'm just going to work them around my chain here today. Even though we are working rounds, we're still going to be turning each round. To start row 2, you're going to begin with a chain 1, and you're going to work 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around. And remember, these are attached to the center part of your shawl. I just wanted to keep it short and sweet for you today. That's why I'm doing a small little version. When you get all the way around to the end, you want to make sure and join to your very first single crochet with a slip stitch. And that's round 2. Round number 3, you're going to start with a chain 3, and you're going to turn, and you're going to work 1 double crochet into the same stitch. Now you're going to chain 1 and skip 1 stitch, and then you're going to work 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Repeat that all the way around and then join to the first stitch. Skip, double crochet, chain 1, skip, double crochet, chain 1, all the way around. When you get to the end, just make sure you go ahead and join to the first stitch to complete your round. And there you go. Round number 4, super easy. You start with a chain 1 and you turn, and you're just going to work 1 single crochet into each chain space and into each double crochet around. And then when you get back at the beginning, you make sure to join with a slip stitch to the very first stitch. So you're basically just working a single crochet into each stitch all the way around. And when you're back at the beginning, make sure you just join with a slip stitch to complete round 4. And then you're good to go ahead and move into round number 5, which is also super simple. You start with a chain 1 and you turn, and mine's forming a little cylinder because it's so small, but yours will be laying flat when you have all your stitches around your whole shawl. Now you're just going to work 1 single crochet into each stitch around. Super simple. And then when you come back around to the end, make sure you join with a slip stitch. When you come all the way around to the end of your row, finish by joining with a slip stitch. And there's round 5. Then for rounds 6 through 14, you just repeat rounds 3 to 5. Once you're done with that second section, we're going to go ahead and finish off our beautiful shawl by working that final border around with color C. Drop color B, pick up your third color and just start using that. Again, I'm just still using the same color. And let's go ahead and work rounds 1 through 4. Round 1 of the third section starts with a chain 3 and turn. And you're going to work 1 double crochet into the same stitch. Now you're going to chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and work 1 double crochet into the next stitch. And repeat that around. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, 1 double crochet into the next. And just do that all the way around your shawl. When you come all the way around to the end, you're just going to join with a slip stitch to the top of that first stitch. Oops. To join that round. Now we can move into round 2 by working a chain 1, and then you're going to turn. And you're going to work a single crochet into the first stitch. Now, skip the chain space, the double crochet, and the chain space, and work a shell into the next double crochet. And just like before, a shell is 6 double crochets. There's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now you're going to skip the next chain space, double crochet, chain space, and you're going to single crochet into the next stitch. Now skip the chain space, the double crochet, the chain space, and work a shell into the next stitch. And you're going to continue repeating that around your row. Shell, single crochet, shell, single crochet. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When you come all the way around to the end, you're going to skip the last chain space and double crochet, and you're going to join to your first stitch with a slip stitch. And that will complete round 2. Moving on to round number 3, you're going to begin with a chain 4, and you're going to turn 4. And remember, yours will be laying flat when you have all your stitches. I'm just doing a few stitches, so it's turning up. You're going to begin with 1 double crochet, chain 1 in each of the next 5 stitches. 1 double crochet, chain 1, and we're working that into the shell we worked on the previous round. 1 double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. So you should have 5 of those, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you're going to work 1 double crochet into the next double crochet and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1 double crochet, chain 1 in each of the next 5 double crochets. So we're doing the same thing again. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. There's 3. There's 4. And there's 5. Remember your chain 1's in between. Then 1 double crochet into the next double crochet and chain 3, and continue repeating that all the way around. When you come around to the end, finish off with a chain 3, and you're just going to go ahead and join to your very first stitch. And we can go ahead and move in round 4. Turn and start with a chain 3, and you're going to work 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets into the chain space. There's 2 double crochets, then a chain 2, then 2 double crochets, all into that chain space. It should look like that. Then you're going to chain 2 and skip 2 and work 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 double crochets. So skip 2, work 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 double crochets, chain 2. Now you're going to work 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets into the next chain 3 space. 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, and you're going to continue repeating that all the way around your row. Once you've come all the way around and you've repeated that, you just want to finish with your chain 2 and attach to the first stitch with a slip stitch. And there you go. Enjoy your new shawl. Remember to stop and smell the flowers today and soak up each beautiful moment that you've been given. And be sure to check back next week for another video. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. I love you so much. I love you.